Well, guys, we are changing it up this week. I needed a trip to Walmart because there was a few things that we only buy at Walmart and I needed them. And I figured what better time than to do our end of year Walmart grocery haul. The other advantage to this is I have a big craft market this weekend, and this allowed me a lot of time this week to really pump out mittens and lots of goodies for selling. So hopefully I have a budget in mind. We're gonna go and fill this table when we get home with lots of awesome good stuff. All right, guys, we're outside Walmart. Got my wallet, got my list. Let's go. So we're home. I have my list. I did not come within budget. I actually was quite surprised what pricing were on some items, but you can see on the table, we have 5 bags of groceries plus a few loose items. So let's get down to the nitty gritty and get it out, and let's talk about what we bought. So tonight's haul really is a hodgepodge of a lot of things. As you can see though, there's nothing on this table that goes into the freezer because that would be a problem. But we've got kind of split. We've got half things that are not necessarily for long-term storage and half that's things for the dry pantry. And we're gonna go through it. But the one thing I will say is we were over budget. I honestly thought I'd be able to get most of what was on my list for about $150. Now we spent $250, but there's a lot on this table that wasn't on my list too, and we're gonna go through that. We're gonna start over on this side with the treat type items and go through the perishable, and then we're gonna do a little bit about some of the pantry stuff, which probably still we're gonna have to get more before the pantry challenge. We're gonna start with the items obviously standing out on this table, which are dinner treats. We were having some leftover chow mein, so we've got some spring rolls, and we also have some samosas. We really enjoy both these products. They have great ingredients in them. They are fresh. And to be honest, that's the only place we've ever found those samosas. That particular brand is at Walmart. Those spring rolls you can get at other stores. But the nice thing is, not only are these going to bulk out our dinner of leftovers, they're also going to double as the kids' lunches for tomorrow, which is really handy when it's already 8 o'clock at night. Hummus, because you really can't go wrong without hummus. That one was on sale for $3.98, a great list of ingredients, and it keeps for a long time in the fridge. And staying with the fridge theme, we've got our 2-liter dark chocolate almond milks. We tend to buy the almond milk that can sit on the shelves, and we get that at a different store. But Walmart does the big ones for in the fridge, 2 for $8, which is actually a pretty decent price. And that allows us to get 2 big things of dark chocolate, which means the kids can drink some dark chocolate milk. And last, but certainly not least for our fridge items is yogurt. Walmart sells the Astro plain yogurt, 3 for $9, and that's a great price for yogurt with nothing in it. We add our own fruit mixture so that we can keep the sugars down. So we got 3 of those because 3 for $9 ain't so bad. We've got some of Dempster's whole wheat wraps, 2 packs of them because we use wraps instead of bread for lunches, things like that. Carrots and onions were on for a great price, $1.47 for 3 pounds. So of course we stocked up 4 bags, that's 12 pounds. That's not gonna see us through the pantry challenge, but that'll see me through a few of those freezer canning projects at least. Apples, Ambrosia apples, my favorite. And just because they're my favorite, we had to get more. We love Walmart's big cane sugar bag. This is a 10-pound bag. It'll last us for the whole year. Maple syrup, 2 1-liters. And 2 cans. You guys know my lot here with the maple syrup. 2 years ago, we got that amazing deal on maple syrup and have not been able to find it since. So Walmart had them on sale, $15 for the big ones. And these ones were on for 8 something, a little bit more expensive, but it allows me a little bit of versatility depending on what I'm opening and having to keep in our small fridge. Chocolate chips, dark chocolate ones at that. To be honest, the Great Value brand, really good tasting quality dark chocolate chips and the best price we really have found out there for the size of the container. So we were a little sad because when we went to Walmart last time, they were up to $19.77 a bag. But today they were back to $16.77. Weren't on my list, but because they were back to a decent enough price, we got them anyway. My favorite granola bars, kids' favorite granola bars. Both were 3 for $9, so of course we stocked up. So we got 2 of the 2.5 kg bags of flour. Now that we don't make bread, really that'll probably do us just about the whole pantry challenge, and Walmart is a great price for organic flour. Veggie straws, big drop down in price. They were $2.47 and we got 4 bags of them because the kids like them for lunches and they do make a great snack. So some of these items that we're going through here are staples. These are things we stock them no matter what, and we use them as a base on so much of our cooking. But some of them are just nice to haves, and once it runs out, it runs out. If it's not on sale again, we won't be stocking it. But one of those key ingredients that we stock only from Walmart because it is the best price, although it was $1 more a bag this time, so I might have to research this a little bit further, is, wait for it, almond flour. These little bags of almond flour, $4 each. They used to be $3 each, so that's a little bit of a steep incline, but I still think it's worth it compared to some of the big bags we've looked at elsewhere. So even though we picked up 8 of these little bags of almond flour, that's $32 worth of almond flour. I will be back before the pantry challenge. That probably is not enough, even with what we still have remaining downstairs. I don't want to run short, so we'll be back for more of it. So here we have a few toiletry items for the kids. Apparently Alex needed a new lash curler. Coconut milk, this Thai brand is the only brand we use, and I always stock it up no matter what because, well, we just use it. So we only got 1 mayo today because we're getting to that time of year where we don't use as much mayo. And I know I could make my own mayo, but I've been there, done that. It didn't turn out the way I wanted, and it was a total waste of time and product. So when you can find one that really has nothing bad in it and will keep, I figure go for it. And Hellmann's was on for the same price as an unnamed brand. Unnamed brand? No name brand? Whatever you want to call it. And we got 2 sort of fun oils. Sesame oil we use all the time. I always keep this in stock for my chow meins, things like that. But mustard oil, never saw that before. So we figured we're going to try it. I'm really curious as to whether it actually tastes like mustard, you know, like mustard seeds since it's made with that. I'll report, but I think it'll make good omelets. So I think I can sit back and say, you know what, it was a pretty good haul. I'm justifying that with inflation and all the other good mumbo jumbo that you hear in politics and news and everything else. One thing I will say is we are extremely lucky. We do not have to visit the meat aisle. We buy very little in the produce aisle. And I'll be honest, as we walked around, those were the aisles that I really saw the jumps in pricing. So if you get a chance to grow your own food, I'm telling you, go for it. But that's our Walmart haul. Hopefully we won't have to do another one before the pantry challenge, but I can't make any guarantees, so stay tuned.